The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Good morning and welcome to Let's Go Racing. Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi, and yes, it's us. We have a beautiful new set here at Parks Racing. On today's show, we have trainer Kate Demasi in honor of International Women's Month. She's been consistently at the top. We have the Baffert Cox matchup and the Rebel at Oaklawn. Swiss Skydiver makes a return, and Whitmore goes for his 5th Hot Springs Stakes at Oaklawn Park. Don't miss anything. But first, Dick, what do you think about our new home here?
Yeah, it's like we're up in the penthouse here, Danny. We're on the 3rd floor instead of the 1st floor, and we have this great backdrop that Bruce Cassell and the team put together. And, you know, it's almost like we're in a studio. We are in a studio. This is the Let's Go Racing Park studio, and it's great to have a desk in front of us where we can put our stuff down. So, very cool situation.
We love it. We moved up like the Jeffersons. We hope everybody loves it. But first, let's get to some horse racing. Our local race of the week was Park's 9th race yesterday. An allowance optional claiming race going 6 furlongs, and no surprise here, our favorite was Breezy Gust.
Yeah, Breezy Gust at 1-5, Danny, coming off 2 straight wins by open lengths for Danny Velasquez, and wasn't any doubt whether this horse would be favored at this spot.
Definitely not. Second choice was Violent Turbulence, Kate Demasi, 5-1, but like you said, a distant second choice.
Yeah, this looked like on paper a 1-horse field. I mean, yes, there were other horses in here, but if Breezy Gust was going to break, it was going to be hard for anybody.
Definitely. When the number 3 Lawan scratch just changed the whole complexion of the race.
Indeed.
Pretty much game over as long as Jockey Jomar stayed on for the ride. Let's take a look at the call.
A battle up top, Breezy Gust on the inside. Violent Turbulence is right alongside second. Outside, Peanut Butter Special starts to waver a bit third. Towards the inside, War Toxin is 4th. They make their way around the turn, 22-2 for the opening quarter. Wentz is in between rivals. 4 lengths back to Graves Island, who's trying to kick in. So too is Dancing Bull from the back. At the front, it's Breezy Gust as they come to the top of the stretch, leading it by a half a length and handled confidently by Jomar Torres. Outside, Violent Turbulence is second. War Toxin's trying to close up the inside. They straighten away for the stretch drive, and the heavy favorite Breezy Gust is set down for the drive. War Toxin picks up the chase now, dropping back in between rivals. Violent Turbulence outside. Wentz is trying to come on, but it's all Breezy Gust inside the 16th pole.
No shocker there. The speedy PA bred Breezy Gust just takes it to them.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Danny, up by 4 quickly, wins by more than 5 lengths at the wire at 1-5, and a pretty good claim for Danny, John Finelli, and the crew back in October. This is now 3 straight wins by 6, by 5, by 5, so I'm sure we'll be hearing more from Breezy Gust here in the future.
Yeah, one of the owners, Longball, said they want to take their shot in New York with the sprinters, so look forward to seeing this speedy boy, make his PA bred, so they're getting all the money. They have to enjoy that. Joining us now is trainer Kate Demasi here to celebrate International Women's Month. Kate's been one of our top trainers here for many years. Kate, you have your hand in so many things. Not only do you run a barn here at Parks and Penn National and Monmouth Park in the summer, you're in the breeding, you go to the sales, you sit on our board. I mean, what's that been like, and to be in so many aspects of our industry at such a top level?
Well, for one thing, you're never without a busy moment. That's for sure. And, you know, it's really satisfying to see some of your homebreds go on and do really good things. So whether we have them or whether we sell them, we're just really excited because that's what it's all about.
Speaking of homebreds, you had a really famous homebred go through the sale out of one of your top mares. Hoya Real was bred by Kitten's Joy and went on to sell for $800,000. That's going to train with a very famous trainer over in Ireland, right?
Yeah, that's really exciting. We're just hoping for really big things because we still have the mare, and she is going to be bred again this year, so we're really excited about that.
Yeah, Joseph O'Brien, son of Aidan O'Brien, is an international name, so really cool. Also, I just want to touch on, you've been here at the track so many years, and you've seen such a progression in horse racing with our horse welfare and safety. And I know you do a lot, you retire a lot of your own horses and homebreds. What are some of the things you can comment on with the track here?
Well, right now they've implemented a lot of new changes in the last year or two where we have to be much more safety conscious. We have to fill out forms. We have to have safety checks for the horses anytime they're going to run. It's even more scrutinized even in between racing. So if a horse has had a vacation, he gets looked at before he's even going to go back into racing.
Yeah, Kate, several years ago we changed track superintendents. Obviously the track changed along with it, maybe got a little slower, also a little safer, do you think?
I do. I think that overall the track is a little deeper. It's and which is why I was reading your great article about how the horses come off a park surface and they win all kinds of graded races.
Yeah, they do.
Which is true. So it's a little deeper. Anyone who's training here has to adjust to that, and I think it sometimes is to our benefit if we're stable here versus people who are shipping in sometimes.
Well, thank you so much for having us. You're just so easy to root for, and you're one of my mentors and my idols. So a lot of young women can look up to you and be successful in this industry just like you were. So thank you so much. We're going to head into our first break. When we get back on our national coverage, we're going to head out to Oaklawn Park where a Baffert-Cox showdown. Don't go anywhere on Let's Go Racing.
Concert Tour determined to get to the front, and he gallops along now in front a length and a quarter.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Did you know absolutely no taxpayer dollars support the Pennsylvania horse racing industry? In fact, racing generates $1.6 billion that pays taxes, creates jobs, and more, right here in Pennsylvania.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate Demasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Welcome back to Parks Racing. We hope you're enjoying our set here on Let's Go Racing. We're going to get into some national coverage brought to you by the Chapman Auto Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your car or truck, you probably did pay too much. So let's head on the road to Arkansas. The Grade 2 Rebel, and what a race, going a mile and 16 for 3-year-olds on the Kentucky Derby Trail at Oaklawn Park.
Yeah, Caddo River's our favorite here, Danny, at 6-5 off the big win in the Smarty Jones, won by 10, got loose on the lead, has won 2 straight for Brad Cox. But that man, Mr. Rebel himself, Bob Baffert, has another undefeated 3-year-old. Concert Tour, the second choice at 8-5. But we saw these guys do battle a couple weeks ago in the desert in the Saudi Cup, and here they are in Arkansas, and Baffert is only going for Rebel number 8 since 2010. So he's not the favorite, however, because they already saw Caddo River win down here. But it's really who's going to get to the front, how's the race going to be run. It's really these two on paper.
It's definitely going to be a jockey's race. Laurent Giroux, Joel Rosario. I can't wait to see what happens. Let's get to the call with Vic Stauffer.
Concert Tour is the leader to the backstretch, but Caddo River is pumped up and wants to go right back at him. Big Lake away in third, then Twilight Blue and Get Her Number. At the rail goes Hosier, Super Stock, and the trailer of the 61st. Rebel up the backstretch is Keep Me in Mind, and Concert Tour determined to get to the front, and he gallops along now in front a length and a quarter. Caddo River is asking Giroux to let him go and re-engage on the outside in second. Big Lake is tucked in at the rail third. He's less than 2 from the front. Then Twilight Blue, Get Her Number, and Hosier at the rail. Keep Me in Mind has 8 lengths to make up. He's outside of Super Stock, 3 furlongs from the money in the Rebel. Concert Tour continues to lead. Caddo River gets his way now, and here he comes alongside. Concert Tour, 3/4 of a length. Caddo River is next. Keep Me in Mind is passing horses. He's all the way up to a joint 4th, top of the stretch. Concert Concert Tour is the leader. He's a quarter mile from a victory, and he leads by a length from Caddo River in second. To the outside, Keep Me in Mind. Then Get Her Number, Final Furlong, and Concert Tour is now 4 lengths in front, and Concert Tour is running them off their feet in the Rebel. Concert Tour 5 lengths in front. Hosier might get second. 8 Rebels for Baffert Concert Tour.
Well, Bob Baffert has another very nice 3-year-old on his hands, Concert Tour. He just was beautiful.
Yeah, he was great, really. This race was over, I think, right maybe 50, 100 yards in when Concert Tour out-sprinted Caddo River for the lead. Florenter was in a really bad spot, Danny. If he had kept going, he was going to get in a speed duel. But if he took back, he was going to let Concert Tour loose in the lead. Concert Tour loose, broke the spirit of Caddo River around the far turn. He backed out to be 5th. Concert Tour 94. This is 3 straight for him. Sort of looks like Nadal last year, right? All the same kind of races. Nadal ended up winning a division of the Arkansas Derby, then got hurt and was retired. I would think Concert Tour would come back in the Arkansas Derby, since obviously Life is Good is out on the West Coast to go for the Santa Anita Derby. But yeah, right now, if you said give me the top couple in the Derby, Life is Good first, Concert Tour second, Essential Quality third. I mean, that's where we are at the moment. And I bet these names, Danny. We said he's won the Rebel, going for his 8th one since 2010. Here are his Rebel winners. Baffert, Looking at Lucky in 2010.
Wow.
The Factor in 2011. Secret Circle in 12. Opportunity in 14. Yes, American Pharaoh in 15. Cupid in 16. And Nadal last year in 20. And, of course, now add Concert Tour to it. He owns the race. He is Bob Baffert. He is the Rebel.
And some of those names you listed, they're pivotal sires. We see a lot of these horses even running here today by these sires. And the other Baffert, you never forget about the other Baffert. Hosier got second at 18-1.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, ran well. And interestingly, one of the sires in here, Looking at Lucky, who won in 2010, of course, then came back to win the Preakness. You know who loves Looking at Lucky as a sire? Our buddy Marshall Graham in 10 Strike. He can't get enough of those Looking at Lucky. And he's not really that hot of a name, but Marshall's had a lot of really good luck with him.
well, when you have luck, you just
stay there,
yeah,
right?
you stick with it. Well, 3-year-old champ Swiss Skydivers back on the track for the Grade 1 Beholder at Santa Anita Park, going 1 mile. She's obviously our favorite, going from the 1 post at 7-5 for trainer Kenny McPeak, and she gets Robbie Alvarado, her normal jockey.
Yeah, I thought 7-5 was kind of a nice price. I mean, look, as time goes by, it was the second choice at 9-5 for Baffert. Just came off a really good allowance win, but I thought last year's campaign, Swiss Skydiver, was one of the best in modern times. I loved how Kenny did it. I mean, he didn't duck anything. I mean, he wins the Preakness, comes back in the Breeders' Cup Distaff. That was the unfortunate one. Remember, she missed the break and then had a slight injury. Would love to have seen her in a straight fair shot against Monomoy Girl, but love that she's back, and can't wait to see her run.
If she's right, she's going to walk all over this field. So let's get to the call at Frank Miramati.
Golden Principle leads by 1.5 lengths with 6 furlongs to run. Harvest Moon is in second, and then Miss Stormy D. Swiss Skydiver at the rail, 3 lengths off the pace, 1.5 lengths to as time goes by, followed by This Tea, and Clock Strikes 12. 7 lengths covers the field as they head to the half-mile pole in the Beholder Mile. And it's Golden Principle in front by 1 length, tracked intently by Harvest Moon as Swiss Skydiver inches up a closer third. Then it's Miss Stormy D fourth, just 2 lengths off the lead. This Tea and As Time Goes By right together with 4 to make up, and then Clock Strikes 12. Golden Principle, midway on the far turn, maintains a 1-length advantage on Harvest Moon. Swiss Skydiver just waiting for some racing room. As time goes by, Whitecap making a wide bid as the field turns for home. Golden Principle, now Swiss Skydiver has room, pounces on her at the 8th pole, and is hand-ridden to a comfortable lead as she waves goodbye, completely outclassing the field. It's Swiss Skydiver strolling through the stretch under Robbie Alvarado to win the Beholder Mile, loaded by 3.5.
And she's back. She's bigger than ever. 4-year-old year, Swiss Skydiver. Just a beautiful, beautiful move in the stretch to win.
Yeah, I mean, she was like, you're sitting there, you're wondering, is she going to be able to get out?
Yeah.
Is she going to fire, not having run since the 7th of November? She always fires. And I bet last year, Danny, wins almost $2 million, runs at 9 different racetracks, runs, I mean, just against anybody, anywhere, and was as good at the beginning or at the end as she was at the beginning. And looks like next will be April 17th, the Apple Blossom at Oaklawn Park. And we can only hope Brad Cox brings Monomoy Girl. We'd love to see these two great, one of them's a filly, one of them's now a mare. We'd love to see both of them in top form. It'll be their second race of the season, battling it out. It would be really cool. I know Kenny McPeak is really excited because he didn't think he got a fair shot back in November. Maybe this time he will.
Yeah, we'd love to see those two fiery redheads dueling it out. And we're so lucky to see these mares and fillies keeping on in their campaigns.
Absolutely.
What a treat. And it's awesome for horse racing.
No question.
I think we should go back to Oaklawn. They have some other big races. Hot Springs. Champion sprinter Whitmore makes his return to the track, and he's going for his 5th Hot Springs, and he's going to duel up against CZ Rocket, who was second to him in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. So interesting to see how this plays out. I know they felt Whitmore got the better setup in that race, so interesting to see.
Yeah, and Whitmore's 8 now. CZ Rocket is 7. So, I mean, you don't see this very often. Horses this old still firing away. But this is a fascinating race because Whitmore missed 2 works. Also missed 9 days of training because remember they had all that snow down there. And I don't know if you saw it, but Ron Moquette lives at the half-mile pole at Oaklawn Park. It's where his house is, right across on the half-mile pole. CZ Rocket, as you said, Danny, I mean, he ran a nice second to Whitmore last year in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. But yeah, 2 old horses. Whitmore going for win number 16. This horse has won over $4 million. CZ Rocket closing on $1 million. I mean, he's old, but he's hasn't really run that much. But he had a great year last year.
Well, let's see how these 2 sprinters duel up. Let's get to the call.
It is Fire Crow to set the pace for his stablemate Whitmore, and he leads by a length and a quarter from Mr. Jägermeister, a 3-wide Engage, and Flagstaff at the rail. These 4 are 2.5 in front of Whitmore, who just took 5th. The champion Whitmore is 3.5 lengths off the lead. Then comes Boulder. CZ Rocket is still the trailer, and Fire Crow is still the leader. Fire Crow to the quarter pole in the Hot Springs. He's a half length in front of Mr. Jägermeister in second. Flagstaff stays at the rail in third. Whitmore is on the move now. Here he comes 3 wide, and Whitmore is rolling up in the center of the racetrack. It is Fire Crow in front, but Whitmore has every chance to run him down. CZ Rocket is running a very big race. Whitmore has the lead. He'll have to hold off CZ Rocket. Whitmore, CZ Rocket, gonna be close. Whitmore reaches CZ Rocket. Whitmore, CZ Rocket, CZ Rocket.
Our boys did not disappoint. CZ Rocket getting the better of Whitmore, but wow, what a stretch finish.
Yeah, I thought both horses ran absolutely to the top of their ability.
Me
Got
too.
99 Beyer, and CZ Rocket actually had the last run. Normally you would have thought it would have been the other way around, right? Whitmore coming to get him. And I think Whitmore was just, you know, we said he missed 2 works, he missed 9 days, and still ran that well as an 8-year-old. So I don't think this is the last time we're going to see these 2 hook up.
No.
I don't know, maybe they'll get all the way to Del Mar for the 2021 Breeders' Cup Sprint.
And don't be surprised if the Hot Springs is one day named the Whitmore after this horse, who did win it 4 times. Ron Moquette did send out Fire Crow, the number 5, to kind of set the pace, ensure there was a hot pace up front, which there was, and these boys had something to close to, but CZ Rocket just left nothing. So left nothing in defeat. Huge run. We're going to get to our next break. When we get back on Let's Go Racing, we're going to get to our Jockey and Trainer of the Week. Some familiar names you might remember. Don't go anywhere.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program here at Parks Racing. And we'd like to bring you a Turning for Home success story. The Morning Guys, a Pennsylvania bred sired by Birdstone, who won the 04 Belmont Stake, defeating our beloved Smarty Jones. He ran 79 times the Morning Guys, mostly at Parks, with earnings just under $400,000. This guy was with several different trainers here at Parks and was a top claiming horse, winning an amazing 11 times. He retired under trainer Georgie Diaz's care and was placed in Turning for Home. He loves his new home. He likes to trail ride and do lower level riding. As you see, not all of our horses go on to be hunter jumpers, and he finally found his person. We're so thrilled for the Morning Guys. He's just one of the names that everybody remembers here, and he's loving his new life, life of leisure.
And we're at 3,200 horses and counting that have been retired through the great Turning for Home program here at the track.
We're so proud of our program here, and you know, our horsemen, they know they can come to us, and you know, when they feel their horses just aren't competitive or ready to do something else, we're here to work with them.
Absolutely.
And these horses go on to do just amazing things, so very happy for them. Let's head to our Jockey and Trainer of the Week. Our Jockey of the Week is trainer Frankie Pennington. I mean, just a real class rider. Never, ever forget about Frankie, because he will come up with these multiple win days on you.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's gotten to the point where he's been so good for so long, Danny. Some people take him for granted. Don't. He's a great rider. He could win anywhere. It's just thankful, I think, people hear that he stayed at Parks.
Yeah. And our Trainer of the Week is Jamie Ness. Jamie Ness is our leading trainer here right now, and boy, is he heating back up. He's had a couple of multiple win days. He's just consistently putting out winners in all levels of racing, whether you see the claiming or higher allowance races. Jamie's got some nice horses.
Yeah, look, he happens to be here and he's other places too. He's one of the best in the country, not unlike Frankie. He just happens to be here. And again, thankful to have a guy like Jamie with his great stable here at Parks.
Absolutely. We're going to head into a race recap brought to you by the Pewter Stable. Check them out at pewterstable.com. Become an owner today with this great partnership group. You know, race recap, we're going to go back to Oaklawn Park. There's just our 2020 Oaks winner, she shares the Devil's going to make her start in the Grade 2 Azeri, going a mile and 16th. This is a nice field of horses.
It is. It's only 5, but it's a really strong group of 5. And She Dares the Devil got loose on the lead over Latruska, who kind of missed the break. And typically Latruska would be in front, but it was the other way around. And this is a great duel down the stretch.
Oh.
It's She Dares the Devil and Latruska, and it's really a match race, right, for the last 100 yards. And She Dares the Devil is going to hold under Florentru to win it by a head, Dan.
I'm sure a lot of people are marking down Latruska for next time. She had to go to plan A, B, C.
Yep.
Nothing worked out for her, and she never, ever gave up. So Joelle Rosario with a great ride. Love to see this mare come back with a game second. She Dares the Devil. She's just going to go on and have a great 4-year-old year. No doubt about that.
Yeah, no reason to think she won't. She was the Oaks winner. She was kind of unheralded just because of how good some of the other 3-year-old fillies were, but yeah, she had a great year too.
We're going to stay at Oaklawn Park. Maryland Invader Harper's first ride moves to Robertino Diodoro's barn. He's going to take a shot in the Essex Handicap, going a mile and 16th at 3-1. Same ownership, moved trainers. Interested to see how this horse progresses. And there's some cool horses in this field. Rated R Superstar and Silver State, who is just coming into his own.
Yeah, Harper's first ride was on the lead at 3-1, but just couldn't keep up. Last time we saw him, he got beat 50 lengths in the Pegasus, just the wrong race. But Silver Slate is going to come from the back, get the lead into the stretch for Steve Asmussen and Ricardo Santana. A great group. These two win a lot of big races, and once he gets to the front, they're just not going to be able to go by. Wins by a neck at the wire. 98 buyer figure for Silver Slate.
5 wide at top of the stretch. These horses were 5 wide. Rated R Superstar, just the coolest horse ever. Veteran closer. He was just floated so wide. So, I mean, these horses are game group of horses. And our leading trainer and our Trainer of the Week, Jamie Ness, taking his stab in the Damon Runyon Stakes up at Aqueduct. For New York breds, going 7 furlongs.
And he's got the King Cheek, the 8-horse. Jamie does 16-1. Is in it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Danny then drops out, and excellent timing, was in it the entire way. New to Chad Brown, had already won a big race coming in, a maiden special. Just romps in here, wins by almost 7 at the wire. Our man Kendrick is second with perfect moneys for Todd Pletcher, but it's all about excellent timing. 76 buyer. I don't know that he's an open stakes kind of a horse, but I would think they're going to make some money in New York breds this year.
This horse was always the winner, kind of dominated the race from the beginning. He could have won by as much as he wanted to. I'm curious to see what they do with this horse. I have a feeling about this horse. Excellent timing. I have a feeling. It's time for our Eye on Racing. Huge day, continuing our Kentucky Derby trail. The Louisiana Derby, $1 million purse. Huge.
Yeah, Danny, when I looked at the possibilities in here, there's some nice horses in here. I don't see these horses anything, unless somebody runs a giant race, as threats to win in Kentucky, but that's why we're watching. We're getting to that part of the season now where the final preps, the Louisiana Derby, then a Santa Ana Derby, the Wood, the Florida Derby, the Bluegrass, they're all coming, and they're coming fast.
I saw something crazy on TV that Brad Cox drove to Fairgrounds, watched Mandaloun work, got in his car, and made it 10 minutes before she Dares the Devil ran. I mean,
at Oaklawn. What's that?
They
ain't close by.
It was a 7-hour drive.
Yeah, New Orleans and Hot Springs are not next door.
Yeah, I think maybe someone got that wrong. Maybe he took a puddle jumper or something. But I'm curious to see Mandaloun. Santa Anita also with a big day. They have a Grade 3 Louis Ray Stakes on their turf. And Sam Houston, they have a Texas Champions Day.
And our man Keith Jones will be there working. You can check Keith out on the simulcast of Sam Houston.
People can come here to Parks Racing, bet here on our simulcast, or check out our Parks Racing mobile app. We're going to head to our final break. When we get back, news and notes, and we have some very exciting news and notes. Don't go anywhere on Let's Go Racing.
Did you know the Pennsylvania horse racing industry provides health care and pensions for thousands of workers who in turn spend their income supporting local communities? And we do it with zero tax dollars while creating tens of thousands of jobs.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back on Let's Go Racing. Our final segment is news and notes brought to you by the Granny Fund. Our Granny Fund helps continuing education and books for college kids for our backstretch community. News, Triple Tap of racing royalty. He made his debut at Santa Anita and did not disappoint. I mean, American Pharaoh's half-brother. What do you think, Dick?
Yeah, he was good. He's by Tappet, therefore the Triple Tap, as you said, Danny. I mean, really impressive looking Flavian Pratt, and yes, Bob Baffert, of course. This is the half, as you said, to American Pharaoh. How about this little Princess Emma, right, the dam? She ran twice in her life. 6th beaten 9 at Churchill, 12th beaten 31 at Saratoga, and all she's done is sire a she's the dam of a Triple Crown winner. This looks like a good one. Had a full sister to this Triple Tap named Chasing Yesterday. Was a real good horse too. So yes, doesn't matter sometimes if you can run, but if you can drop those good horses, look out.
Definitely. And Triple Tap looks a lot like Chasing Yesterday, that chestnut color. And the name came from the birthdays. So this is very unique. The sire Tappet, same birthday as the dam, Little Princess Emma, and Triple Tap. They were all born on the same day. I believe it was February 27th. That's like your dad, your mom, and you all having the same birthday. I mean,
that doesn't
cosmic for sure.
Indeed.
Yeah. Some other good news is Danny Velasquez has Brooklyn Strong back on the wood. So looking out for him in our Wood Memorial at Aqueduct, April 4th. I know he said he had missed some works for an illness, but as long as he nails his works he has set up, he's confident he can get that 9 furlongs.
Yeah, I mean, we're all looking forward to it. He was so impressive winning the Remps, and he hasn't had a chance to run this year. So yeah, we'll see him, and if he runs well, maybe we'll see him again on that first Saturday in May.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We always root for our Parks horses. Thank you so much. Come check us out. We race Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Post time's now 12:55. See you next week on Let's Go Racing.